A very good morning, afternoon, or evening to all of you who are seeing my video. I know it's a long time since I promised you that I would come out with the second video on a journey towards a better you. I am Dr. Suchita Marathi, Associate Professor in English, and finally I've come out with this second uh, episode of this journey towards a better you. Is your homework done? In our last video, I had asked you to prepare a list of your positive and negative traits. As you must remember, we have said, like, we had come to a conclusion that no one is totally negative or no one is totally positive. So it asked you to prepare a list of negative and positive traits which you have. So, if you have a lot of negative traits, your journey would be long, and if you have less number of negative traits, your journey would be short. So, don't lose hope if it is long, just keep patience and perseverance alive. So, let's begin. Let's start with ourselves. Um, See, whatever change you want in yourself, whatever better you want, you should start with yourself, because you are the best person who are in your control. Others are not in your control. You have to start with yourself. If we want to build an impressive personality for people around us and become a good communicator, then we have to start first communicating with ourselves. Do you do this? क्या आप अपने आप से संवाद करते हो? क्या आप अपने आप से बातें करते हो? इसका क्या मतलब है? अपने आप से बातें करना क्यों ज़रूरी है? क्योंकि आपके कॉन्शियंस को, आपके मन को अगर अलाइव रखना है, आपके सेल्फ को अगर अलाइव रखना है, तो आपको आपके खुद से संवाद करना पड़ेगा. अगर आप ऑनेस्ट नहीं हैं तो आप इवन अपने आप से बात करने के लिए डरेंगे. सो इफ़ यू आर ऑनेस्ट, there will be no problem in talking to yourself. So start talking to yourself. Do you talk? पहले तो ये questions मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप अपने आप से पूछो. Do you talk with yourself? क्या आपको आदत है अपने आप से बात करने की? Do you sit and introspect? क्या आपको आदत है बैठ कर दिन भर में क्या हुआ है, कहाँ ऐसा लगता है कि आपने गलती की है, कहाँ ऐसा लगता है कि आपने कुछ अलग तरह से बिहेव करना चाहिए था, कुछ इमोशंस अलग तरह से दिखाने चाहिए थे, कहीं फीलिंग्स और लाने चाहिए थे, कहीं किसी व्यक्ति के प्रति रिस्पेक्ट लाना चाहिए था, कहीं चिल्लाना ज़रूरी नहीं था लेकिन आपके इमोशंस आपे से बाहर हो गए और आप चिल्लाने लग गए. So these are all the situations, umpteen situations in life you plan, but then you don't have control over yourself. Sometimes unplanned things happen, and because of which your mood changes, and you may react in a very different way than what you have planned. So it is very necessary for you to sit and introspect about what has happened during the day and find out whatever your faults are. So unless and until you find out your faults, you admit your faults, it will be very difficult for you to change into a better you. Are you happy and satisfied with yourself? Yes. Some people are so satiated that they feel that yes, they're perfect. There is no need for them to change. It's the others that they should change when they're behaving with them. So it's a very wrong notion, very wrong attitude that these people have with them, because every person is always evolving. Every day, every minute is a lesson for us, and we learn new things. So if you're satisfied with what you're doing, happiness is a state of mind. Of course you should always be happy, because happiness is you should feel that, whatever you have, in whatever state of mind you have, whatever things you have, you've achieved, if you're happy with that, you should learn to be happy with that. But that doesn't mean that you should stop striving for more. You should be happy and contented with what you have, but you should always want more. The other day, You should be happy with whatever you've got today. There should be no complaints, because it is always proportional to whatever efforts we have put in. There is always some kind of mistake which we do, and that is a result. So whatever marks we get, whatever outcome of any project which happens, when you introspect, when you go back, when you analyze, you will find out the lacuna. You will find out where you've gone wrong. It's always therefore very, very necessary that you stop every day, you introspect, and then you find out whatever your problems are. So you have to go back and repair those. If you don't repair, then you will go on and on and on. A stitch in time always saves nine. That is what the proverb says. So if you're happy, good, but you should not be satisfied with whatever you've got. You should always strive for something more. The external finesse. So God has given you physique which you can make it impressive. Yes, you have got a body, you've got a healthy body, but you need to maintain it. If you don't maintain that body, then of course whatever God gifted features or health which has been given, you are ruining it. I know it may be too late to increase your height, but you can surely work on your health. So अगर आपकी फिजिक जो आपको चाहिए वैसे नहीं है, so don't lose heart. You can always make it attractive by your mannerisms, by your behavior, by your manners and etiquette. It may be too late to increase your height, but you can surely work on your health. The 4 things to focus on are: the first step is to keep yourself healthy. Yes, if you want a better you, the first thing which you need to do is to keep yourself healthy. Drink lots of water, exercise adequately. Don't become an fitness freak. Don't let it become the only agenda of your life, fitness, because there are other things to do also. But whatever basic necessities are there, 15 to 20 minutes of exercise at least, and drink adequate water, take nutritious food, and see to it that you remain healthy, because whatever dreams you have, whatever ambitions you have can be fulfilled if you are healthy, because health, body is related to your mind, your brain. If your body is healthy, if you're getting nutritious food, your brain will work. You will be able to take calm and composed decisions, wise decisions in life. So use a good posture while you sit, while you stand. Make it a habit for good posture, because if you don't have a good posture, you will have back problem, neck problem. So if you are sitting on a laptop, see that if you are bending forward, see that in between every 15 minutes you bend backward, so that it's always said that many wise people have given me this advice that whatever you do, action, if you're bending forward, then try to bend backwards. If you're sitting, after every half an hour, stand up and take a round and come back and sit back on your seat. So whatever you're doing, try to see that you are giving breaks to your body. If you're standing a long time, then see that you sit for some time, so that your feet, on which you are putting all the pressure of your body, all the weight of your body, they don't get overburdened. Yes, so use appropriate gestures. It's very important to complement whatever you're trying to say with non-verbal communication, but it should be apt to non-verbal communication. It should be a supplement, a complement to what you're trying to say. Using too much of non-verbal communication, gesturing is also not good. It doesn't give a very good impression. You should have appropriate gestures at appropriate fixtures. So you should make it a habit. You should observe yourself in the mirror, and you should make it a habit to complement whatever you're trying to say with the right amount of gestures. Take a good rest. This is a very, very important step. Along with focusing on your health, the other thing which you have is focusing on your rest. If you do not have adequate amount of rest, you will not feel fresh, and maybe you will be able to carry on for a few days, but then afterwards your body will hang up the boots. It will say that this person is not paying attention to whatever alerts I'm trying to give, and then it will be very difficult to maintain your health. So taking proper rest, 6 hours night sleep is very very basic. You can have more than that if it is possible, but 6 hours at a stretch sound sleep is very very important, because that's the time where the body is repairing itself, whatever dead cells are, or whatever uh, impurities, they are cleaned up. So the body should get that time to recuperate, to regenerate, to refresh itself. You know, when you start your laptop, you refresh it. In the same way, you need to refresh your body by taking a good amount of rest, adequate amount of rest. This increases your stamina, patience, alertness, and yes, what you wanted most, your impression on others. If you have a good health, if you maintain a good posture, if you have appropriate amount of appropriate gestures to use, and if you're taking good rest, that means you're fresh to face the world. That means you will be able to create that good impression which you have in your mind. An inward journey, the gateway to success. Now we have seen that how you have to prepare your body, but an inward journey is also very very necessary. Your outward health is a reflection of your inner health. Very true. Whatever is going on in your mind is a reflection on your body. A healthy mind is a necessary prerequisite for success. So along with exercise, practice meditation. It's very necessary to practice meditation. ध्यान करना, अपने आप को विचारों से पूरी तरह से खाली रखना, ये बहुत ज़रूरी है. तो जैसे बॉडी को रेस्ट की ज़रूरत है, वैसे आपके माइंड को, दिमाग को भी रेस्ट की ज़रूरत है. तो ये रेस्ट आप कैसे दे सकते हैं? जब आप सोते हैं तब मिलती हैं. पर आप अगर स्ट्रेस में हैं, आप अगर कोई टेंशन में है, तो इवन आप जब सोते हैं तब बॉडी को पूरी तरह से रेस्ट नहीं मिलता. देयर विल बी ड्रीम्स बिकॉज योर इंटेंशन, एंड यू विल बी सीइंग ऑल दोज काइंड्स, बिकॉज दैट मीन्स यू आर नॉट getting a sound sleep. Your subconscious is working, you know, it is sending signals, and those are therefore you see all kinds of dreams in your sleep. You are not able to sleep properly, and that means when you wake up you don't know whether you were sleeping or whether you were awake the whole night. So if you do time management, if you do your work on time, that means there will be no need for you to take stress. Many times what happens that we don't do things on time, and when they accumulate, when the files are pending, you then start taking the stress. Again, if your nature is to take stress, you have to train yourself to plan things and to reduce the stress. Then curb your negative thoughts as much as possible. Read positive literature, talk with positive people, be surrounded with positive people as much as possible, and avoid negative thoughts. If negative thoughts come in a mind, you know, you should have an alert to speaking, yes, I'm thinking negatively, no, I don't have to think like that, I have to come back to positive thoughts. If I feel no, I will not be able to do this, I will not be able to reach on time, no, you have to train your mind, no, I will have to get up early, I will have to plan my things properly, and time management I will have to do, and then I will be able to reach on time wherever I have to go. Read to develop your thought process. Yes, so you know, thought is very very important. Thought process is very very important. If you don't read, you know, it's very difficult to even frame sentences. If your power of expression is not there, if your communication is not proper, you will face problems in life, because there will be miscommunication then, and complications will develop in your life. So try to develop your thought process, so that along with reading you will be able to understand, and whatever you read you will be able to understand fast. Whatever someone is talking, you will be able to listen and process that. If your thought process is becoming fast, if you train your mind to think fast, then you will be able to do that. I hope I'm clear. And avoid gossip. I mean, that is the biggest time consumer on this earth. You know, we spend hours and hours gossiping about others, but we don't know, do we know that they will also be gossiping about you? So why waste our time? In the same time you can do something positive. So try to again restrict your habit of gossiping. I mean, I know it is enjoyable. I know it gives you a lot of happiness, but don't try to train yourself to take this kind of happiness. It's very, very unhealthy kind of happiness to take, and therefore try to avoid gossip. Keep your inner voice, that is conscience, alive. It's very necessary. If you do not keep this alive, then you might turn, there's every way, there is temptation around, and there is every possibility that you might turn into a corrupt person, a dishonest person, a person who is a liar, a person who is not a gentleman, a person who is not a sincere person, a person who works um, is a work shirker. Yes, so try to keep your conscience alive. Be an active listener. This is, I mean, the biggest key to success, that you should first learn to listen to people. You should have patience to listen to people. Unless and until you listen to people, you have the patience to listen to people, it is very difficult to get the right kind of communication going, because there is every chance of miscommunication. If you don't have the patience to listen to people, then you will react in a very, very contrast way in what your people expect, because you are not paying attention to what the person is saying, and you will react in a very different way to what actually you are intended or expected to react. So if you want to create a good impression, be an active listener, be wise and decide in a straightforward way what is wrong and right for you. This is very easy to take decisions very wisely. For that you need experience, you need good people around you, you need to read nicely, you need to have all kinds of good influences around you, good movies, good literature, good videos, good things all, and therefore then you will be able to take wise decisions and straightforward. You should be brave in some matters. When you want to say no, you should be able to say no, because it's very hard sometimes. A person must have done some favors for you, but then when you want to say no to this person, it is very important to have that kind of what you can say, bravery, that inner strength you should develop it. Because if you think that whatever the person is trying to say, whatever person is trying to make you do is not good, then you should have the courage to say no to it. Last but not the least, have an immense faith in some power beyond the physical. You can call it by any name you like. It's very important. You might think that whatever is karma, whatever you do, but then there is a power beyond this. Otherwise, how can this? Who is this architect who is looking after everything? Who is this engineer who is looking after everything? Who is this planner who is planning everything? Who is this person who is creating all these things? Who is the doctor who is looking after you? So there are so many departments which are run by. There is some power which is beyond our recognition, beyond our knowledge, and we have to bow before that power. It plans everything. You might think that you have overpowered that, but suddenly it sends a googly from nowhere and you are down. It tells you that there are so many things unknown to you still, and you are a pygmy in front of that power. So recognize that power, have faith in that power, and you will see that that is the base of any strength, inner strength, which you need. I am talking about the inner strength. I talked about a healthy body, but without a healthy mind, to complement it, it would be very difficult to achieve success. For that inner strength, you should have faith in something. So if you have a faith in something to start with, all the undue worries and all the unnecessary thoughts will go away, they will evaporate, and you will be able to concentrate on what is there before you. Implementation is the only key. Yes, you may see 1,000 motivational videos and read 100 inspiring books, but if it does not mobilize you into action, then your exercise is a wastage of time. And finally, action is important. You might plan, but that might remain on the paper. You might plan your 7-day week, but it might remain on paper unless and until you might write on that planner that you will get up at 7 a.m. and do exercise till 7:30 and then do this. But if you don't get up at 7 a.m., then oh my god, no need to prepare that planner if you're not going to implement. There are so many people, I mean, out of 100, there might be 60 people or more than that who plan, yes, but don't implement. There are some 20 who don't plan at all, but there are some who plan but don't implement, and there are very, very few who plan really implement. So the ones who plan and ones who implement are the one who will go ahead of you. So you always, are curious, why this person is always ahead? Because he or she is a good planner, and he or she is not just a good planner, they are good implementers too. So whatever they plan, they follow out. Their needs, if they need to sacrifice for that, if they need to sacrifice food, they'll do that. If they need to sacrifice some party, they will do that. If for that they will need to sacrifice some good movie, some good serial which they wanted to see, some good video they wanted to see, so they'll do it that, but they will give priority to their work, whatever they've decided, and then only they'll be able to do things on time. So implementing whatever you planned is very, very important. So start implementation and see the difference. If you're healthy and fit and fine, then you will be less irritable and more alert and strong to accept the challenges in your life. It is always very necessary to do this. As I said, healthy body is important. Then what will happen? You will have good stamina. Then you will not be angry because you will have good stamina. You will be able to do more work. You will be alert. You will be strong to accept challenges. Mind you, a strong mind and a healthy body is the only capital needed for success. You might wait that I don't have money, I don't have this, I don't have that. But the one important thing which you need is a healthy mind and a healthy body. So that's the biggest capital you need. You might have seen in this lockdown that people were down in so many ways. They had to start again from scratch, again from zero. But the innovators, the one who don't take who never become losers, they'll always plan something, and they've come out with so many innovative ideas, and they've started earning again. They've started doing things, the positive way. They didn't sit and lament that I've lost my business, I've lost this, I've lost my good job, paying good salary. So they've started something innovative. Whatever skills they had, whatever potential they had, they've started using that, they've started exploring that, and they have come out with very good startups, and they are ahead of all. So a positive mind is always necessary. There are so many things hidden inside you. You don't know what you can do. So try to explore that what good things are there, what potential skills are lying hidden under you. Explore that, polish them and use them to the best. Rest will follow as iron follows a magnet. This is very good. As the iron follows the magnet, the rest of the things will follow. Don't worry whether you will be successful or not. The only thing is that you should plan, you should implement. For that, if you are the entrepreneur, see to it that you have a good health, and you have a good positive bent of mind. That is very, very necessary. And with that, if you're able to have good communication skills, and then you will be able to make a good impression, and if you plan and if you implement on that, success will surely follow. So that's all for this video. To summarize, focus in the beginning of a journey on you. Do not just see and discuss, start implementation immediately. So this is the summary slide. So in this video, we are just concentrating on ourselves. So do not just see and discuss, start implementation immediately. So best of wishes to kickstart your journey. Bye for now. See you in the next video. Thank you so much for your valuable companionship in my journey.